The Akron-Canton Regional Foodbank is a humanitarian agency. It's a safety net, it's a hope for thousands of people that experience poverty and food insecurity around the region. Every year, the Akron-Canton Regional Foodbank serves over 200,000 people who make their way to soup kitchens and homeless shelters and food pantries, oftentimes in their life's lowest moment. It means everything to us to meet them with food. It means just as much to us to meet them with love and extend the hope that is embodied in the work of the food bank that's so generously given by the community. Throughout the COVID-19 pandemic, the Akron-Canton Regional Foodbank, along with food banks around the country, has been very active in responding to the huge surge in need that the community has experienced as a result of many of the shutdowns and economic losses that we've experienced. And I think it's helped the food bank identify itself as a first responder, as an essential agency in the community, and an essential player in the response to this first time ever pandemic in this community.
Typically, 1 in 7 people in our community struggle with food insecurity. So this was an issue before the pandemic. Now, with the most recent data available, Feeding America is estimating a 41% increase in food insecurity in our community. People who lost their jobs and weren't able to go back, who are experiencing unemployment for the first time, children who couldn't go to school to get their free breakfast and lunch, and their parents had to subsidize those meals. Getting food to people that need it has become increasingly important and in some ways increasingly difficult. We're serving people who are elderly, who are at risk, who are afraid to leave their homes because of the coronavirus. And we've been able to work with strategic partners to pilot a model to deliver food to people's homes. If they are homebound, if they don't have access to transportation, if they don't have those social supports for somebody else to go pick up for them, we've been able to provide really great food and meet their nutritional needs so that way they can stay home and stay safe and still get the food that they so desperately need. We've been hosting on-site distributions at our food bank where we've seen upwards of 1,800 families in a 2-hour time period. And we've been going out as staff and supporting food distributions throughout our community. I recently was at a food distribution in Massillon, and there was a woman who came for the very first time. And she's a school teacher, and she was struggling, and some of her neighbors were as well. And she worked up the courage to come and pick up food for herself and those neighbors. She was really nervous. She didn't know what to do. And she started crying, telling me just about how nervous she was and how scared she was for herself and for her future. And I think that's an important reminder of what our work here at the food bank is. We're not just providing food to people, we're providing hope for them and love for them, to let them know that people in this community, like you and generous donors and our staff and our volunteers, care about them and care about where their next meal comes from and care about their future.
The food bank is so excited about our future working more closely as a member of the Stark County community. The opening of the food bank's new facility in Canton in the summer of 2021 is going to be a key part of the logistical infrastructure expansion that's required in order for the food bank to deal with the unprecedented surge in demand that has resulted from the COVID-19 epidemic, where every day we'll be providing nutritional food to charities around the region with donated products that we're getting in from wholesalers, manufacturers, and distributors, leveraging grocery industry surplus to make a key difference in the lives of people. We wish we had that capacity now. It's sure going to play a huge role in our ability to respond throughout the years to come to this crisis and the crisis that exists every day in people's lives as they grapple with the difficulty of food insecurity. We appreciate so much the support of the leaders that have put us in a position to do what we've done during this response, helping feed thousands of people who have made their way for the very first time into the emergency food network. We never could have done it without you. So thank you. We hope you'll stay with us. We're going to be in this fight for a long time, and we look forward to serving you more as a neighbor in Canton.